Hall here with another sustainable farming video from Hallsome Farm. As some of you have been watching my videos know, I've been converting my greenhouse that I normally grow tomatoes and peppers into a lettuce producing greenhouse. I think it's going to be a more profitable crop for us. So I show how I seeded lettuce, and I'll put the link here for the video, and a few weeks ago, and look how well it's grown. This is a muslin mix, and so now I'm going to try harvesting it and see how we do, and hopefully it'll grow back. Now I've mentioned before that on YouTube probably 80% of the videos out there are bad information, and they're bad for several reasons. Basically two reasons. One is there's people who just want to sell anything just to get you to buy, so they don't do research, they don't have any experience, they just throw anything on the internet that they think will sell product and they put it on there. Then there's a weekend warrior, I call him, person who's watched dozens and dozens of YouTube videos, bored at work, whatever, decides he can do a project better, and on the weekend he films himself being this weekend warrior, doing this wonderful project, looks really cool, puts it out on the internet, and 3 or 4 weeks later he never goes back and say, this is why it all didn't work, this is what I found out, he just leaves it out there, and so there's a bunch of garbage out there. So there's a few people, so my videos, I'm trying to do things that people can count on. They know they work. They might do them differently, but they know at least what I'm showing them works, or I'll show you what doesn't work. And there's a few other people I found on the internet that do that as well. One of them is Curtis Stone, the urban farmer. If you haven't heard of him, you need to look him up. He's got some wonderful videos, and what I'm going to do today, I kind of got some ideas from him. He has a lettuce harvester that he does rows, and he does a lot of lettuce, and but the machine he uses I can't use in this aquaponics system. It's just too small of a system. But he mentioned in one of his videos that he had used a hedge trimmer originally, but he found it was too inefficient, and for what he does I can see that. But I went ahead and bought a hedge trimmer, and I'm going to try that here. He says it works. I haven't seen him do it, but I'm going to try that here on this lettuce and see if I can harvest. The other thing, I'll just mention a couple. John Kohler with Growingyourgreens.com. He's got some wonderful YouTube videos out there, and Justin Rhodes, he's got some really good videos out there too. These are people who live what they show, and you can count on what they're doing is successful. In fact, the Rhodes family right now is on a countrywide bus tour, going to be for a year, and kind of exciting. Some of the things, I've been watching some of their videos, and if you haven't seen them, they're really good to look up too. They're coming to Texas towards the end of the year. I've sent them an application. I haven't heard anything. I'm hoping maybe they'll stop by our farm, but anyway, regardless, they're worth watching. These are a few of the people who know what they're doing and live what they're doing. So let's see if we can cut some lettuce, how that works. Alright, well, the first pass looks like it's successful. I can tell I'm probably going to need a bigger container. Now, the nice thing about the way Curtis does it is he's got a bag behind his machine that catches all the leaves and makes it really nice. space for that. He grows outside, and anyway, looks like it works. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably put the film on fast pace, and you can watch me cut the rest of this without having to spend the half hour watching. So let me turn the speed up and see if I can cut all this and for you. Using this little tool, I'll go rinse that off, clean that up, and got two big bowls. And you see we cut it pretty good. I think that was a lot quicker than using a knife, which is the other option. So I'm going to go in and weigh it, and I'll let you know what that comes out to. But okay. You can see how it's been nice and cut. Now, I just went in, I cleaned the tool, and I went in the house and I weighed the lettuce. It came out to be 5 pounds worth of harvested lettuce. So, this is an aquaponics system. This is the gravel bed. It's 2 foot wide, 8 foot long, and we harvested about 6 feet of it and got 5 pounds. So, when this whole bed is growing, I'm estimating we should get around 6 pounds per bed, and I've got 8 beds in this greenhouse, so you know that's not bad. And then in the greenhouse next door, it's all one system. I've shown on other videos. I've got lettuce growing in rafts, head type lettuce, and we can cut those, and we'll weigh those, and we'll do some more research on that. But I've got another 1,400 heads of lettuce I can grow next door, so we should be able to produce a little bit of lettuce. I think this will be a much better cash crop for us. So anyway, we'll watch and we'll see. This should grow back, and in about 2 or 3 weeks we should be able to cut this again. Okay, one last thought on this. Like I said, we got 5 pounds on this, so I'm estimating at least 6+ pounds per bed per harvest once they're all mature and growing. And these should grow back in between 2 and 3 weeks, so we'll be able to cut again. And I have 8 beds, so often I'm asked, well, how much value is there in that? So basically, you got to realize that this lettuce, once we clean it and bag it, it's a salad ready to go. All you have to do is dump the bag, throw in whatever you want, and it's ready to eat. And being aquaponics is way better than being organic, because there's no pesticides, there's no chemical, there's nothing that can be used except for Mother Nature to grow these. And so better than hydroponics, and also better than hydroponics, because hydroponics is synthetic man-made chemicals. And yeah, sometimes they say, well, it's organic, but it's still man-made products, higher carbon footprint. And when you grow in hydroponics, you'll notice everything looks the same. And that's because nature's not growing them. Chemicals or man-made products are growing them, or man-refined products. And that's another reason they don't have any flavor. This is going to have super flavor. Better than aquaponics, better than hydroponics, much healthier for you, full of nutrition. And that's what we're looking for, right, is nutritional value. So I sell this, it's $10 a pound for this lettuce. So if I get 6 pounds out of a bed, that's $60, and I've got 8 of them. So roughly $500 for harvesting. And you figure I'm going to get more than one harvest a month, you know, maybe one and a half, or so I'm estimating somewhere between $700 and $750 per month in this greenhouse alone. And I can grow a lot more lettuce, and I'll show you that in another video, in the greenhouse next door. There's two greenhouses, it's one aquaponics system, but combined I'm estimating I can probably conservatively grow about $1,500 plus worth of lettuce every month out of this greenhouse process, which is a whole lot better than when I had 60 tomato plants in here and I was making 50 bucks a month on selling tomatoes. So best idea I've ever had was going to more of a cash crop, and that's one of the things I learned from Curtis Stone and the Urban Farmer. I suggested watching his videos, that he has refined his process down to where he's only growing crops that produce the most amount of money for the least amount of effort. He calls it the CVR. Anyway, you watch him, he'll explain all that. It's really, really worth watching. But getting down to growing crops that are easiest and most profitable, and that's where we're going. So I hope that's helpful to you if you're thinking about getting into commercial farming, or just want to do a little local thing, a farmer's market. This is a good way to get going. Hopefully you found this helpful, and if you like what we're doing here on the farm, please share our video, like us, and share our video with others, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. We appreciate you watching.